What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video I want to talk about that it seems like Mass Effect's Trilogy Remastered is coming out in March of 2021. Not the greatest of news in the world, but definitely something to pay close attention to, and this one really does seem to have some backing to it. So this comes from PlayStation Universe, and it says that the Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster release is likely targeting March of 2021, according to a pre-order listing for the Art of Mass Effect Trilogy Enhanced Edition, which is out. Yep, you guessed it, next March. The fact the art book is out March 2021 definitely suggests that we could be looking at the Mass Effect remaster coming around the same time, as this is typically the case with other games and related media. Here's the blurb for some more info on the art book, which is listed for release on March 21st, 2021. Expanded with hundreds of never-before-seen works of art, this new edition delves deeper than ever into the sci-fi saga that changed video games forever. Contains exclusive new material from the DLCs for all three games, including the award-winning Lair of the Shadow Broker for Mass Effect 2 and fan-favorite Citadel for Mass Effect 3. Both of those were phenomenal. Experience the evolution of the aliens, planet, ships, technology that define this iconic science fiction universe as the developers who brought BioWare's masterpiece to life take you from the earliest design sketches through the meticulous final renders. Now, one thing to note, and I don't want to make this mistake, and this is I'm saying this because I don't want to make this mistake again. The last big leak, okay, that talked about all three of these games, it doesn't. No one really knows if it's true. This website claims that it's not true, which is fine. Again, you don't have to believe it. But one of the main things suggested was that it would come out on N7 Day, November 7th of 2020. The problem with, and this is why I want to make this clear for March 21st, the problem with N7 Day is that's a Saturday, okay? Games, I mean, most games, I don't even think I can think of an example of a game that released on a weekend. I think some Nintendo games have actually released on weekends before, but very, very rarely. The thing you have to keep in mind is March 21st, 2021 is a Sunday. So again, games don't release on Sundays, especially a game like this, I think, from EA. I don't think it would release on a Sunday. So you do have to keep that in mind. With that being said, I think the general point to kind of get across is the art book doesn't have to come out the exact same day as the game. I think what the site is trying to say more or less, and also what we can kind of look back just in history, is normally the release date for these books are very close to when the actual product comes out. So sometimes they're a few days before, sometimes they're a few days after. Honestly, you could think that maybe March 23rd, which is 2 days later, right? It would be a Tuesday. Maybe that could be the day Mass Effect comes out. Or you could even think, well, maybe the book comes out a couple days after it, in which case it would be the week before March 21st. That could be the release date. This does make sense. There were rumors and leaks and talk a couple months ago that this would come out in March, and then it seemed like from all of the leaks, even from very trusted people, that this game was still scheduled to come out this year, this fall, this, I guess, November-ish time period. So honestly, it's tough. It's very conflicting. I want to play this game as soon as I possibly can. Honestly, anytime anything comes out about this game, leaks, rumors, just me generally thinking about it, I get more and more excited. These games were so, I mean, it's very much gloating, that art book, right, that had changed games forever. But I mean, these games are very special. These games did influence a lot of games, an entire genre, really, of storytelling in games. So I mean, it's not necessarily wrong. Yeah, it's gloating, but it's not necessarily wrong. These games are phenomenal. So of course, I do want to get my hands on it as soon as humanly possible, ideally this fall. And again, it is difficult because we have had people say, no, this game is coming out this fall. But another thing you have to think of, and what I've talked about on Podcast Now a lot as well, is you have to you have to announce this game. You have to announce it relatively soon if you're releasing it this fall. You don't want to announce your game and then give people a month and a half, however long you want to say to get the game, right? I mean, that doesn't normally happen in the gaming world. Now, what I will give you is this is a year of firsts. This is a year of things happening that don't normally happen, right? Even look at what Call of Duty is doing. Call of Duty, from when I'm recording this video, at least hopefully it doesn't happen today, is still not announced, right? We talked about the leaks of that game yesterday on Podcast Now. It's late July. Normally, every single year at this point, we would have gotten something from it by now. You look at even another EA game, NHL. NHL normally comes out in September. Every single year comes out in September. They've confirmed that it's coming out now October through December. One of those, some time period in that it's been delayed because of what's happened. So I guess I do understand it. I also understand that, I mean, saying that right there, I don't say the word of what's happened around the world, but I mean, Obviously, that's impacted so many games. I think there was actually a poll that went up that said like 1/3 of games that have actually been delayed because of this, based off of like a poll sent to game developers. 1/3. That's a lot. 33% of every single game, or I guess based off of the developers again that they polled, but have been pushed in some way because of what's happened. So it is possible that the people that have been saying that this game is planned to release in the fall, it's very possible that maybe it's been pushed because of all the stuff that's happened, right? That just is flat out not going to happen. I'd believe it. I would say that seems like a likely scenario. At the same time, again, I want this game as soon as humanly possible. If it does come out in March, I mean, again, it would fit. We know that the earliest leaks about this game was that there will be I believe it was called like an HD remaster. That's what they classified it as, that EA would have like an HD remastered game out before the end of March of 2021, okay? And now a lot of people have said, would that be Dead Space? Would that be Mass Effect? Would that be something else? Obviously, it seems to be Mass Effect, right? I mean, I think all signs are pointing to that. Again, as time went on, it got pushed, or actually got pulled back a little bit, right, where people said, no, actually it's going to come out in this year. It's not going to come out next year. Again, this art book seems to suggest that maybe it will actually end up, maybe they want it to be this year, and they said, you know what, a couple extra months, a little bit extra time. I mean, November to March is not honestly all that long. Give them a couple extra months to work on it. You have that art book. We all get to play it in March. Sounds good to me if that ends up. At the end of the day, I want this game. If it does get delayed, sucks, but at the same time, delays for the most part are never bad things. They always end up helping the game, I guess, in the majority sense, right? So at the end of the day, I do want this game. I would like this game as soon as humanly possible, but I will gladly wait till March if that's when we get it. And if March 21st, 23rd, like the 17th or whatever that Tuesday is before it, whatever day that ends up being, if that's when we get it, sounds good to me. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? You excited for this Mass Effect remaster? Do you think that this art book is kind of the last piece of the puzzle, that now it will end up releasing in March? Do you still think it comes out this year, maybe in November? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.